Thank you for spending a little time with us. And remember, you can tune in every morning at WJULradio.com at 8 a.m. Eastern. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook, The Morning Dish.
All right, we're back with you, and we have got Alyssa Bonagura with us. Good morning, girl. How are you doing?
Good morning. I'm doing good. How are you, Steven?
I'm doing good. I've been trying to get up with you for a long time and finally got you just by luck. I guarantee it. I fell in love with your music years ago. You put a song out. I don't know what year, but it was called Angel.
Yes.
How long has that been?
Wow.
How long has that been?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. A few years. I think that came out in 2016, 2015.
I love it. I love
maybe?
that song. Yeah, I love that song. And then
Thank you so much.
You've got a lot going on. Of course, COVID has shut everybody down and all that good stuff. Now,
Yeah.
are you in Nashville, or because I know you go overseas a lot?
I'm in Nashville now. I'm back home for the holidays, but I've been spending a lot of my time in the UK, London and Scotland and Ireland, and did a big tour over there this summer. It was so much fun, and now I'm back here, and I'm so happy to be back home with my family. And I'm finishing up an album that's going to come out next year, and,
Right.
and I'm just really excited about making music and doing this again.
You have got that's the thing I did not know. I'm learning as we go about you. But anyway, Gary Chapman, I know you probably know Gary. I was talking to him last night.
Yeah.
Your parents, you come from a musical family.
I sure do. My parents were in a band called Baillie The Boys, and I grew up on the tour bus with them. I was a tour baby, 3 weeks old,
Right.
on the road, and it was awesome. I wouldn't trade it for anything else. And I'm the only child, so they're really like my best friends, and throughout my whole life they've been so supportive of this. But they never wanted me to get into music. They wanted me to do something else.
Well, I can understand that because the romance of being on the road and actually being on the road, it's a big deal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You have to really love it, and I'm glad that they taught me that, because it's true. You know, you really have to love this business. Well, you have to love the music. You don't have to love the business. You got to love the music, and
Right.
you just have to let that keep you going, no matter what.
Well,
you
now,
know.
tell us about the new album. I mean, and y'all that's listening out there, AlyssaBonagura.com, and you can see all
Yes.
her stuff that's going on with that. New Wings, is that the new album?
Yeah, that's a new song, and I during the pandemic, a lot changed for me. I was in a band called the Sisterhood Band. We were together about 5 years, and signed to a major label, and we had an amazing run. We were on the road all over the world, and when the pandemic hit, we kind of parted ways organically, and I was really it was really hard for me to kind of rework that, because I was you know, it was a dream that kind of faded, you know.
Right.
And so I just dove into music, and this is my little space here. I'm at my parents' house. Over the years, I kind of built this space.
Right.
It's like an added on part to their house, and it's my little studio. And so I kind of just, you know, cuddled up in here and wrote some songs, and New Wings was kind of born during that time, and really just about how, you know, the struggles that we go through are really the things that make us stronger. And I found this beautiful poem by Paulo Coelho called The Lesson of the Butterfly.
Right.
And it just talks about how when a butterfly is struggling through the cocoon, it's the most important part of the process, because if it skips that process, its wings are underdeveloped and it can never fly.
Right.
So I kind of just thought that 2020 was that process year for me. And so New Wings was born. So it's really just an uplifting song to help people realize that the best is yet to come, and you're getting stronger with every struggle you go through, you know?
But, you know, we've talked to a lot of musicians, and the pandemic, I think there's going to be a lot of new music coming out, because a lot of people like you that's writers and song, and they're sitting back and they're writing songs, and I'm excited for this to be coming out. So now when will the album be out?
Well, just next year. But in the meantime, I'm releasing songs all the way up until that release. So there might be something coming out way sooner than you think here in a minute. So
you have got some cool stuff. I mean, you really do, and I want the people out there listening to definitely go check her out, and because you have got, and your voice is beautiful, and I guess that's because you know you come from a family. Are you going to do any duets with your mother?
we've actually talked about that. We have a really a song called "Beautiful" that we did a long, long time ago that I think we might end up revamping and doing. But yeah, it's definitely all in the works. I think singing with your family is something that's so special, and I also think 2020 really put a lot of things into perspective of like what's important and how precious time is, and to be able to share music with your family is so special. So we're going to be doing a lot more stuff together.
Yeah.
In the coming years, for sure.
Yeah, I was pretty excited when I found out who your folks were, and I am.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I love that song. That I don't know if it's called "Heart of Stone" or "Heart" or whatever.
Yeah.
It is. That was my favorite one of all that they.
Wish I had a heart of stone. Yeah, that's
listen
a
to
great
that,
song.
folks. There you go. There's the voice that we all fall in love with right there.
Oh, thanks.
So
my mom has. I mean, honestly, she brought me up on Dolly Parton, Joni Mitchell. All these different amazing artists. But really, she's always had my favorite voice.
Right.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Ain't nothing like mom, I guarantee it. Now, you doing any touring? Are you got any tour dates coming up? I mean, are you working towards that? I mean,
yeah, I've got a couple shows coming up towards the end of the year. I'm playing in Nashville, or actually Franklin, I should say. I just played in Nashville at 3rd and Lindsley.
right.
I did a little Friendsgiving show, but I'm doing a show in Leapers Fork, which is basically my hometown. I grew up like right outside of Nashville in this town of Franklin, and there's a really beautiful little area called Leapers Fork.
I've been there.
Have you been there? You've been Puckett's?
Yeah. I've been to Puckett's several times.
That's where I'm playing.
Yeah.
I'm playing Puckett's. And, it'll be a family affair. So mom and dad will be there. And it's just going to be a fun, intimate night of music and stories. And it'll be fun. But, yeah, I mean, a tour on the books next year would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Looking into that and looking into playing in the UK again as well. But would really love to be touring in the US and really hitting some spots that I haven't been able to do on my own yet. So that'll definitely be in 2022.
But that's the thing, you talk about Puckett's, and those that don't know about Puckett's and Leapers Fork, I know everybody's always excited about the Grand Ole Opry, but for people like me, Puckett's is the place. I mean, I love it. Yeah, there's no doubt.
It's awesome, man, and it's always stayed the same, and they've renovated a little bit of it, but it's just it's like a good local, you know, good local hang.
Yeah, that's where, and you never know who you're gonna bump into. I mean, honestly, but I love
true.
it. Yeah,
it's true.
But anyway, now are you signed with a record label now?
I'm not right now, and it's actually, I mean, I'm doing really well. I'm just I went to school for engineering and sound technology, and so I really built this studio in my house so that I could have everything I needed right here. And it's great because these days you really just create the song and you put it out whenever you want. And I think being signed to a label really taught me a lot of structure and how to release things and what kind of marketing you need and how to do it. So I'm doing it myself these days.
I think that's better.
Yeah.
I mean, with the internet and all the access you got to, and a lot of people, I hear people, I wish I could get signed it, but you know people that have been signed, they're like, been there, done that. I think I want to do it on my own. And it gives you the freedom to write and sing and do what you want to do without somebody saying, no, you can't do that and this, that, and the other. And the music that you've got out is absolutely wonderful. And and I'm a guy, I listen to, I listen to more of a Waylon Willie and the Boys kind of stuff, and
oh yeah,
that's what but I do love your stuff, and your music.
Well, thank you. Funny you say Waylon. I actually have his couch in my house.
No kidding.
I do. And this is a funny story, crazy how the universe works, but the song Angel that you like was written for a friend of mine called Nikki Mitchell. And Nikki Mitchell, she had pancreatic cancer, and so I wrote that for her, along with another song of mine called Warrior. But the two of us became really, really close friends. She used to manage Waylon.
Right.
And for the longest time, for like 20 years. And when she passed away, she left me his couch that was in his publishing office. And it was so funny because her friend called me when everything was kind of settled, and And she said, I got this couch in my truck. Nikki left it for you. Where do you want me to put it?
Wow.
I said, just bring it over. And it is the most amazing couch. It's like this blue velvet couch, and it has so much good energy. And I've written so many songs sitting on that couch now. So yeah, it's pretty cool to have that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I think the way I got introduced to that song, I think the late Richie Albright, which was a friend of mine, actually sent it to me. Yep.
Oh, wow. So, Richie, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I miss Richie. I know a lot of people do, but anyway.
Yeah.
Girl, we have got to get to a break. Tell everybody how they can follow you and some of the links that they can go to. And, folks, I'm telling you, y'all need to pay attention to this girl right here because she is really something else, and hopefully she'll be down this way. But anyway, give them all your stuff on the internet that they can follow you and check you out.
Yeah, you can. AlyssaBonagura.com is the best place to find everything you need. But Instagram at Alyssa Bonagura, Facebook at Alyssa Bonagura, and that's ALYSSABONAGURA. So check me out. I'm on all those, and I run all my social media. So if you write me a message, I'll get it and respond to you.
Well, girl, I sure appreciate you. We'll be looking for you down this way and keep up with you. And when you start releasing music, send me an email. We'll get you back on and talk about your song.
Awesome, man. I would love to do that. Thank you so much.
Hey, tell all your folks we said hello. And
you know I will.
There you
I'm
go.
sure I'm sure they send their love.
There you go. All right, girl, you take care.
Well, look here. Guess who's number one in the Nielsen ratings again?
97.7